So between leaks, rumors, and a release date, we actually have a lot of solid information about the PS5. So today we're going to take a minute to talk about everything we know about the PlayStation 5 so far. Big howdy, I'm Tron Stamos. Let's do this. Also, a quick reminder, I stream every Saturday at twitch.tv/TronStamos. You can find a link down in the description below. Please consider giving me a follow. Anyways, let's get back to the video. Although October of 2018 was the first time that Yoshida, Sony's chief executive, had mentioned the next-gen console, he didn't give our gamer brains much to work with besides saying, quote, it was necessary to have the next-gen console. We didn't actually get our first big piece of information until April of 2019, when Mark Cerny, lead architecture and producer of the PlayStation 4, gave an exclusive interview with Wired, giving major details about the PlayStation 5. As he did with the PlayStation 4, Cerny acted as lead architecture of the PlayStation 5. Cerny said the CPU is based off of AMD's Ryzen line and contains 8 cores of the new 7nm Zen 2 microarchitecture. The GPU is a custom variant of Radeon's Navi family, and impressive enough will support ray tracing and 8K. The AMD chip also includes a custom unit for 3D audio that Cerny thinks will redefine what sounds can do in a video game. Cerny says it will make you feel immersed as sounds come at you from above, behind, and from side to side. While the effect will require no external hardware, it will work through TV speakers and surround sound, although he did say that the golden standard would be headphone audio, of course. When Cerny was asked if there would be next generation PlayStation VR, he said, I won't go into details on our VR strategy today, beyond saying that VR is very important to us and that the old PlayStation VR will be compatible on the new console. One thing Cerny seemed very excited to talk about was the new hard drive. He said the longer a game gets, the longer it takes to do just about anything. Loading screens can take minutes while the game pulls what it needs from the hard drive. Same goes for fast travel. When a character transports from far-flung points within the game, even opening a door can take minutes, depending on what's on the other side and how much data the game needs to pull from the hard drive. For the first time, the PlayStation 5 will feature an SSD. Cerny demonstrated the much more faster load time on 2018's title Spider-Man. Cerny presses a button on the controller which initiates a fast travel screen that takes about 15 seconds. Cerny does the same thing on a next-gen dev kit, and what took about 15 seconds now takes less than 1 second, about 0.8 seconds to be exact. He did also mention that the new console will still support physical media and be backwards compatible. On October 8th, Sony CEO Jim Ryan and Mark Cerny gave us even more details, the biggest one being that the PlayStation 5 would be releasing on holiday of 2020 this year. Cerny did want to clarify some of his comments about ray tracing. He said given the many questions he has received, he fears he may have been a bit too ambiguous about how the PlayStation 5 would accomplish this. He confirmed it is not a software level fix. There is ray tracing acceleration on the GPU itself, which I believe is the statement people were looking for. Physical games for the PlayStation 5 will use 100GB optical discs, inserted into an optical drive that doubles as a 4K Blu-ray player. Game installation will be different this time around. Aided in part by the simplified game data possible with the new SSD, Sony is changing its approach to storage, making for a more configurable installation and removal process. He said rather than treating games like a big block of data, that could mean the ability to just install a game's multiplayer campaign, leaving the single player campaign for another time, or just installing the entire thing and deleting the single player campaign once you've finished it. Sony says they have also completely revamped the user interface. With the PS4, you could see what your friends have recently done or what games they are currently playing, but without launching an individual title, there was no way to see what single player missions you could do or what multiplayer matches you could join. The PS5 aims to change that. Even though it will be fairly fast to boot games, we don't want the player to have to boot up the game to see what's up. Multiplayer game servers will provide the console with a set of joinable activities in real time. Single player games will provide information about what missions you can do and what rewards you might receive for completing them. All of those choices will be visible in the user interface. As a player, you just jump into whatever you like. We actually got a leaked image of the PlayStation 5 controller from a Japanese patent office. So as of recording this video, there was actually a leaked image of the new PlayStation 5 controller by somebody that was apparently cleaning the office where there was a dev kit located. So here's that picture of that. Also, Sony unveiled the PlayStation 5 logo, which is in the thumbnail for this video. So anyways, let's get back to it. But Mark Cerny also had a lot of things to say about the still nameless controller. He said it will have adaptive triggers that can offer varying levels of resistance to make shooting a bow and arrow feel like the real thing, the tension actually increasing as you pull back. It'll also make a machine gun feel far different from a shotgun. It also boasts haptic feedback far more capable than the rumble motors that console gamers are used to, with the highly programmable voice coil actuators that are located on the right and left grips of the controller. Combined with an improved speaker for the controller, the haptics can enable some astonishing effects. The next-gen controller also uses a USB Type-C connector for charging, and you can play through the cable as well. Its larger capacity battery and haptic motors make the controller a bit heavier than the DualShock 4, but it still comes in a bit lighter than the Xbox controller with batteries in it. Although the only confirmed PlayStation 5 game we have gotten so far is a snippet at the 2019 Game Awards for a game called Godfall, we still do not have any release date for it. Okay, so that is most of the solid information that we do have. This is the part of the video to where we kind of get into rumors and leaks, so please take everything you will with a grain of salt and don't at me. So the first leak is actually a patent on what the console will look like, although it has been since confirmed that is the next gen dev kits that have been sent out to studios around the world. The launch console will most likely look a lot different than this. Another leak suggests a price point of $499 US, with the PS4 being released at $399 and this beefy Game Boy machine apparently being able to support ray tracing and 8K. And I don't think it's really too far off. So I actually have a list of rumored PS5 games. That list includes Watch Dogs Legion, Gods and Monsters, Rainbow Six Quarantine, Cyberpunk 2077, Death Stranding, which is already launched on the PlayStation 4, but in an interview with Wired, Mark Cerny actually says that it could possibly make its way to the PS5. The next two being Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us Part 2. A lot of the other ones that I saw seem to be like purely speculation. Most of them hadn't even been confirmed to be in development yet, so I didn't feel like adding them to the list. You're welcome to go and look for them online, but I didn't feel like I needed to bother. So that's it. We got some solid information, we got some leaked images, and we got a few bit of rumors. So let me ask you this. Are you excited for the PlayStation 5? Please let me know down in the comment section below. Also, consider subscribing. I plan on doing a lot of videos like this in the future, so subscription shows that you support the channel and what I'm trying to do. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye.